The case landed on my desk like a nightmare, cold and unsettling. It was the kind of case that burrowed under your skin, wormed its way into your thoughts. I had seen my share of horrors, but this one was different. It was the unknown, the sheer inexplicability of it that truly chilled me. Elm Street. An ordinary street in an ordinary town, but on this street, in the heart of this ordinary town, something sinister transpired. A crime so bizarre, so perplexing, that it left even seasoned detectives scratching their heads. It was the kind of crime that whispered in the dead of night, a chilling reminder that evil lurks in the most unexpected places. It was a puzzle box with no solution, a riddle wrapped in enigma. The evidence was scant, the leads were cold, and the answers seemed lost in a labyrinth of shadows. The case had all the makings of a classic whodunit, but this time there was no Sherlock Holmes to unravel the truth. This was not just a crime, it was a violation, a tear in the fabric of their peaceful community. It left behind a void, an emptiness that echoed with unanswered questions. And in that void, fear festered, casting long shadows over the once tranquil town.
The house stood on a corner lot, its once bright paint now faded and peeling. It was a testament to happier times, now tainted by the grim specter of tragedy. The yellow police tape fluttered in the breeze, a stark warning against trespassing on this sacred ground of sorrow. Stepping inside the house was like stepping into a nightmare. The air was thick with the stench of decay, a grim reminder of the horrors that unfolded within those walls. Furniture was overturned, belongings scattered, as if a tornado of violence had ripped through the house. The victim lay sprawled on the living room floor, their eyes forever frozen in a mask of terror. There were no signs of forced entry, no witnesses, no obvious motives. It was as if the perpetrator had simply vanished into thin air, leaving behind an eerie silence that spoke volumes. The crime scene was a tapestry of terror, woven with threads of fear, confusion, and despair. It whispered tales of a struggle, of a life brutally cut short. But the details, the why and the how, remained frustratingly elusive, shrouded in a veil of mystery.
The investigation began, as all investigations do, with a flurry of activity. Uniformed officers swarmed the scene, their faces grim as they cordoned off the area.
Detectives, their eyes weary but determined, began the arduous task of interviewing neighbors, family, and friends. Every question seemed to lead to a dead end, every clue a cruel tease. The victim was well-liked, respected in the community. There were no obvious enemies, no dark secrets that surfaced in the initial stages of the investigation. The lack of a motive was particularly baffling. Was it a random act of violence, a case of mistaken identity? Or was there something more sinister at play, a carefully concealed motive that lurked beneath the surface of normalcy? The detectives worked tirelessly, their dedication fueled by a potent cocktail of adrenaline and a burning desire for justice. But as days turned into nights, the weight of the unsolved case began to take its toll, casting long shadows of doubt over their investigation.
Leads dried up as quickly as they emerged, leaving the detectives grasping at straws. Witnesses offered conflicting accounts, their memories clouded by shock and fear. The trail, once promising, grew colder with each passing day. The investigation hit a wall, frustration mounting with each dead end. The pressure to solve the case, to bring the perpetrator to justice, was immense. The eyes of the community, heavy with expectation and fear, were upon them. Rumors and speculation filled the void left by concrete evidence. The rumor mill churned, spitting out theories, some plausible, others bordering on the absurd. The case had become a morbid curiosity, a topic of hushed conversations in hushed tones. The detectives, however, remained focused, their resolve unwavering. They knew that somewhere amidst the whispers and the dead ends lay the truth, waiting to be unearthed. The question was, would they find it before the trail went cold?
In cases as perplexing as this, we often turn to the unknown. We delve into the darkest recesses of the human psyche, seeking answers in the twisted logic of the criminal mind. The profile, a tool as controversial as it is insightful, becomes our guide in this unsettling journey. The profile is not about pointing fingers, but about understanding the why. It's about painting a picture, a psychological sketch of the individual who could commit such a heinous act. We look for patterns, for signatures, for any clue that might illuminate the darkness. In this case, the profile painted a chilling portrait. The perpetrator was likely a meticulous planner, someone who understood the intricacies of the human psyche. They were comfortable operating in the shadows, a ghost who moved unseen, unnoticed. This was not a crime of passion, but a calculated act of violence. The level of control, the absence of remorse, pointed to a deeply disturbed individual, someone who derived pleasure from the suffering of others. Behavioral analysis is a dance with the devil. We step into the shoes of the monster, trying to understand their motives, their desires, their darkest fantasies. It's a dangerous game, but one that can yield invaluable insights. We analyze every detail, every nuance of the crime scene, searching for clues to the killer's personality. The way the victim was positioned, the choice of weapon, the absence of certain behaviors, all these elements contribute to a larger puzzle. In this case, the crime scene spoke of control, of a carefully orchestrated performance. The perpetrator took their time, savoring every moment of terror they inflicted. It was a display of dominance, a grotesque assertion of power. The absence of remorse was particularly chilling. It suggested a profound lack of empathy, a detachment from human suffering that sent shivers down my spine. This was a predator, a hunter who stalked their prey with cold, calculated precision.
The impact of such a crime on a community is profound. Fear, like a virus, spreads through the streets, infecting every heart, every mind. The once familiar faces of neighbors now seem suspicious, every shadow a potential threat. The rhythm of life, once predictable and comforting, is disrupted. Parents clutch their children a little tighter, locks are double-checked, and the once peaceful streets fall silent long before nightfall. Trust, the glue that binds a community, begins to erode. The unsolved case becomes a dark cloud hanging over the town, a constant reminder of their vulnerability. The fear is palpable, a tangible presence that hangs heavy in the air. It seeps into every corner of their lives, poisoning their peace of mind. But even in the face of such darkness, the human spirit endures. The community, though shaken, rallies together, finding strength in their shared grief and determination. They refuse to let fear win, to let this crime define them.
Time, a relentless river, continued to flow. Seasons changed, years passed, yet the case remained unsolved, a thorn in the side of the department. The file, thick with reports, witness statements, and dead-end leads, gathered dust on a shelf. The initial fervor of the investigation had cooled, replaced by a quiet determination to never forget, to never give up hope. The detectives, though assigned to new cases, carried the weight of this unsolved crime with them, a constant reminder of their unfinished business. The community, too, learned to live with the unsettling truth. The fear subsided, replaced by a dull ache of loss and unanswered questions. Life went on, but the memory of that horrific crime lingered, a ghost that haunted their collective consciousness. The case, officially cold, became a tale whispered around campfires, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are never truly solved. But even in the silence, the hope remained, a flickering ember refusing to be extinguished.
The case on Elm Street, though officially closed, continues to haunt me. It stands as a stark reminder of the limitations of our profession, of the cases that defy logic, that refuse to fit neatly into the boxes we create. The unanswered questions linger, echoing in the chambers of my mind. Who was responsible for this heinous act? What drove them to commit such a horrific crime? And why, after all these years, does the truth remain elusive? The case serves as a stark reminder that we don't always get the answers we seek. Sometimes the best we can hope for is to learn from the experience, to carry the lessons learned into future investigations. The case on Elm Street may never be solved, but it will never be forgotten. It will forever be a part of the tapestry of my career, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the shadows of the human heart. The mystery on Elm Street endures, a stark reminder that some puzzles defy solution. It is a testament to the complexities of the human psyche, to the depths of depravity that some individuals are capable of sinking to. The case, though unsolved, serves as a valuable lesson. It teaches us that we must never underestimate the darkness that resides within the human heart. It reminds us that evil can lurk in the most unexpected places, hiding behind masks of normalcy. The case on Elm Street may never be solved, But it will never be forgotten. It will forever serve as a haunting reminder of the fragility of life, of the random acts of violence that can shatter our sense of peace and security. And so the mystery endures, a chilling echo in the annals of unsolved crimes, a stark reminder that some questions may never have answers, but even in the absence of answers, we must never stop seeking, never stop striving to understand the darkness that resides within the human heart, for it is in understanding the darkness that we can truly appreciate the light.